Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a new video for you guys. Finally, I'm gonna make a schedule, and when I do make it, I'll probably put it down below, like when I'm gonna upload new videos and stuff weekly. I really do want to try to upload once a week. I really want to get back into the groove of actually making videos. As you guys know, like I have tried, but like I was in school and I had so much other stuff going on. Then I was studying for my NCLEX and going through that whole process of taking your boards, which if you know, you know, it's like so annoying. But so I am finally back, and so this video is actually going to be about boards and how I passed my boards and my whole like experience. Before I took my NCLEX, I loved watching videos like this, so like I'm just happy like I'm making one now to put out there if anyone else likes to watch those kind of videos. So I'm gonna try to like stay like kind of like organized and like in an order of how I did things when I was studying for boards and stuff. But this video is going to be about how I passed my NCLEX-PN in 85 questions. Whoop. It's so weird to say that. Like, I watch so many videos where people have said they passed their NCLEX-PN in 85 questions, or there aren't in 75 questions. Just the whole thing with it being I pass with the minimum amount of questions, like me, that makes me like, I don't know, I'm just so proud of myself that I did that. And like watching other people's videos, I would kind of like think in my head, you're not gonna pass the 85, you're not gonna pass the 85, these negative thoughts. But I passed the 85, so don't be like me, because girl, you can pass the 85 with these tips I'm trying to tell you. So if you got other friends that are studying for the NCLEX, or you are studying for the NCLEX, if you follow these tips, you could be passing 85 questions too, girl. Just these things honestly have helped me so much, so I do want to share them with you guys, because I have shared them with friends that I went to nursing school with that haven't taken their NCLEX with, and I really think that these are going to help them. So I just want to help you guys too. Okay, so I'm going to try to not make this video super lengthy, because like I actually want people to watch it. Oh my god, hold on. So okay, so I'm going to start by saying I graduated June 26th, went on a vacation to LA and stuff, and I had to study for this test, which I mentioned in my last video. It's called the green light test. It's basically an ATI exit exam for your school to pay for your test, and also it predicts like what percent it feels like you're gonna pass the NCLEX on the first try. I came back from LA probably in like the second week of July or the third week of July, and I basically went and studied using my ATI books and all that good stuff, and I got a 92% passing like predictor score on passing NCLEX on the first try, so I was happy with that. So I had been watching videos basically about what people did to pass the NCLEX, and I would watch so many videos. I would watch the NCLEX RM videos, I would watch the NCLEX-PN videos, I would just like watch a mixture of them. But the most common thing people said that they did to pass the NCLEX was UWorld. So UWorld, I'm going to link it down below. I really wanted to purchase UWorld and see if maybe that could give me the kind of confidence I needed to take my NCLEX, because people said that it looks just like NCLEX, the questions are NCLEX style, and that things are like very similar to the NCLEX, like the select all to apply, the drag and drop, the pictures, like all that different stuff like the NCLEX has, UWorld has for you, and they have really good rationales. And that's what I was looking for, because I was so used to ATI, and I mean I like ATI, but at the same time I don't think that their rationales personally were the best, and I don't think they personally were going to help me pass the NCLEX. So once I went and took my NCLEX predictor and I scored a 92 on that same day, my mom asked me what did I want for a graduation gift. And so I told her UWorld. So my mom bought UWorld, and I got the package. I believe it was the 90-day one. It came with 2 practice tests, and then it came with the whole Q bank, which I think for the NCLEX-PN is 1,200 something questions, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's around that, because I have 2 friends that use it right now, and I hear them talk about it, and I'm pretty sure it's that. Sorry if I'm saying a lot. Please do not comment. Take a shot how many times she says in the comments. I see you guys. So basically I bought UWorld and I started studying. Oh my gosh, there's a freaking bug outside my window. So I purchased UWorld right after I passed my NCLEX predictor test, and I first started off with the first practice test. So I took the first practice test, and I think I got a highly chance of passing the NCLEX, but I think there also is a very highly chance of passing the NCLEX. So UWorld gave me a highly chance of passing, but I'm like, I want a very highly chance of passing. Like, come on now. I think I was like in the, I forget what percentile, but I feel like it wasn't the best. So I don't know. I basically took that and I studied every single rationale in that test. I studied every single one. I went through it. If it was something that I know that I needed more practice and I know I needed more help on, I wrote it down, and then I went in this book right here, the Saunders NCLEX-PN book. You can see that one. I have the 7th edition. I went in here and I looked through here and I found that topic, and then I wrote more info about that topic in this notebook that I have right here. So I just got me a little yellow notebook, and I bought this before I took my exit exam, and I wrote exit exam like med questions on here because that's what I need to study more. But then I also use this for my NCLEX as well. So I took that practice test, and I still obviously didn't receive my ATT because my school had just paid for it the day before. So while I was waiting around for my ATT, I would just go through the Q bank and take questions. I would go through different like systems. I know some people like study each system individually and do each questions and knock them out that way. I don't really like that. I mostly did the questions in random. I would do it in tutor mode, and I'll also do it in test mode. There are 2 different modes. One tells you what the answer is right after you take the question, and one you go through the whole test that you created, which you can create how many questions you want. Sometimes I would do 30, sometimes I would do 40, sometimes I would do 50, sometimes I do 85. It's basically like whatever you want to do in one sitting, what you want to do. So I would go through basically the whole thing. Like, I would just randomize it, and then if I seen that there was a certain subject that I needed more help on those randomized tests, I would go do that specific system. And like I said, I would then come here and I would go look in this book for that specific system, and I would write down questions and like information about that specific system in this notebook here. That's what I would do. And I also would go and watch YouTube videos. So I'm going to link down one of these YouTubers down below that helped me. I think actually, what can I say? There's 2 YouTubers that I think helped me a lot with passing the NCLEX. One of them took the NCLEX-PN, and then one of them just makes, I think, like NCLEX videos in general, or just nursing videos in general. I'm pretty sure you guys know her. So I'm going to link them down below. But this one girl, I think her name is Nurse Nell, her videos, go watch them. Go watch them. That's all I'm going to say. Go watch them. If you need help with farm, go watch them. If you need help with prioritization and delegation questions, which was my weak point, go watch them, because let me tell you, she helped me out so much. She also kind of gave me the idea to draw pictures for certain meds or just make little stories about stuff, and that stuff stuck in my head. So I would definitely recommend to go watch her. So that's basically how I studied for the NCLEX using UWorld. That's what I did, and I think in the end I mostly finished most of the Q bank. I had probably like 300 or 400 questions left. I think it was only like 300 questions left though, I'm pretty sure. So I had about 300 questions left when I was done the Q bank. Basically I started studying probably like August 10th or August 11th, and I took my NCLEX September 5th. So I basically had like a month to study. I was studying UWorld questions everywhere. What I recommend is to get the UWorld app. There it is. So get the UWorld app and start doing the questions anywhere you're at. Do them at work when you have downtime. Now, I worked as a home health aide all throughout my nursing school experience, so I would have lots of downtime where my client is not really doing anything and I'm not really doing anything, and so I would just go on here and I would study some UWorld questions. Or when you're out and you're in line buying groceries, or you're buying stuff, or you're in line some damn where, take out the UWorld app and start doing questions. I would meet up with my friends and we would all study together, and I would bring my laptop and I would do UWorld questions. Just do it as much as you can. When you wake up, do a few in your bed. Before you go to sleep, do a few in your bed. Just do as many as you can wherever you're at. Anytime I had a little bit of downtime, even if it was only for 10 minutes, I'll do 5 UWorld questions. Just do as much as you can. That's what I definitely like want to recommend to everyone, because this is what I tell my friends. Do it every chance you get, because it adds up. You can complete that whole question bank. I wish I would have completed it. I did not, but I did complete enough where I passed the NCLEX in 85 questions and where I felt confident in the NCLEX. So I recommend do as many questions as you can. get as much exposure as you can to these NCLEX questions, because these are not just regular questions. They're not just, this isn't just some kind of regular test. This is the NCLEX. So, but you got this. You got this in a bag. You already have it in the bag. You just have to check out with it. To sum like my whole little NCLEX experience up, oh, I want to show you guys like some of my notebook. I guess I should show you guys some of it. So I wrote like my NCLEX date on here, which I got this idea from another YouTuber. She did this, and like I would look at it every single day. As soon as I got my ATT and I scheduled my test, I wrote that on there. I feel like that's something nice to like open your notebook and look at every day, and you're like, oh my gosh, like my test, my NCLEX. So I would do that, but you don't have to, obviously. I just have so many pages of just questions. I don't know. Let's see if I can show you some of this. Different like concepts. Different, just literally everything. Mom, baby. What's this? Care plans. Let me show you guys a picture that I actually drew. So this is a picture I drew for the Jackson. I know it's not a lot of like picture, but like I drew like a heart, and I just, the way I organized, I did like a box of the roots. You know, just kind of like do what works for you, honestly. Do what works for you, honestly. If pictures work for you, girl, draw pictures. If stories work for you, make stories. Do whatever works for you. I did a mixture of things because I don't think one thing just works for me. I did the URL questions. I wrote down some questions. I didn't write down every single question, which, girl, I don't recommend you to do because that's going to take you forever. But if that works for you at the same time, do it. Do what works for you. Make flashcards on the app. I did that. That's very helpful. Do what works for you. So another thing, like I said, that works for me is the videos. So I'm going to link them down below because I definitely recommend them. But basically, to sum all this experience up, took my test September 5th, walked in there so anxious, but I felt like I had it in the bag. I was studying this study guide that I'm also going to link down below. I believe it's an RN study guide. It's like a thing that's being passed around the internet, so I think it's an RN study guide. I printed that out like probably a week before the NCLEX, and I would study off of that. Sometimes I would get it on my phone and like study it if I didn't physically have the printout in front of me. Do I have it? I don't even know where it's at anymore, but I'm gonna link it down below. I think it's for the NCLEX RN, but it still obviously like works for the PN. So I was studying that and stuff. I remember the morning of, I like peeked at it, even though like I didn't want to study. I just peeked at it. Went to the Pearson VUE testing center, went in there, took my test. It probably took me about 45 minutes to take the test. I remember being on question like 83. And at first I had disabled where you can see the amount of questions and time that you have left, but then I just was curious where I was at, so I turned it on and I was like at 83 or something. So then I kept going and I kept going, and once I did 85, it shut off. The whole screen went black, and I was like so anxious, because never in a million years would I really seriously think that I passed the NCLEX in 85 questions. Like, I feel like I'm smart, but not 85 questions smart. But it seriously made me so happy. I did the Pearson VUE trick. It did give me the good pop-up, and then 2 days later I got early results and I did pass, so I am officially an LPN, and I'm just so happy that all these things that I did worked for me. I want to share them with you. I seriously think that they're so helpful. I hope I can help someone else, like, you know, give you guys ideas that maybe you didn't have, or, you know. So basically that's what worked for me, and I'm excited because now I kind of know what I want to do when I study for my RN test, because right now I'm looking for a school so I can go back to school for my RN, which I'm seriously excited about, and I plan to share this journey definitely with you guys. So that's basically all I want to say. UWorld, write stuff down, watch videos, draw pictures, use the Saunders book for more information that you may need on a topic that you personally don't understand, and then the review, which I'll link down below. I'll put all the links down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck to you. You got this. You got this in a bag. You just have to check out. I will be having more videos coming very soon. If you guys have any requests, you can comment them down below. Also, if you guys don't follow me on my social media, I'm going to link my Instagram down below. Follow me on there. DM me if you have any questions. And I will be coming back with a new video next week. Bye, guys.